3, 2, 1. And I forgot to hit OK, so let's try it again. And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, with my good buddy Scratchpoint.
Hey, hey.
We are going to be revisiting some Legrand Legacy because I feel like I need to complete this game because I do enjoy it so much. It's just I've been gone for a time doing things that, I wasn't expected to be, or wasn't expecting to be doing quite so suddenly. But,
Adult stuff.
yeah, being an adult sucks.
Indeed.
People expect things, and you gotta have these things called responsibilities and chores.
But luckily, there are still video games.
Yeah, it's the only thing, well, not the only thing, I guess, but it's one of the things that helps keeps us sane, right? Oh, right, I gotta go into this cave before I die.
And one of the things that has now become acceptable to do as an adult.
Okay, we're gonna save again. It's funny what becomes acceptable and unacceptable throughout the ages. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I guess it's just a matter of popularity when video games really caught on.
Yeah, I actually had a good talk yesterday with a younger nerd, but still a nerd nonetheless. So it was a good conversation. We were talking anime, games, pretty much the entire gambit of nerddom. So
Nerdology. I feel like I said this when you were streaming the beta version or whatever, but those guys remind me of those creatures from Tremors 2 a little bit. Even though these look kind of like they're a cross between a
that
mouse and a kangaroo or something.
I kind of think they look like that, but it's like kind of like a cross between a Cubone and one of those things from Pokemon. Not that I'm a big Pokemon
Yeah,
person.
yeah, I could see that. I could see that in there. Unfortunately, I think Skype is failing us.
Why do you say that? What's going on?
Oh, it skipped out for a sec there.
Oh, that's not good. I'm
No,
catching everything you're saying, but what did I miss, or what did you miss? I can repeat it.
I'm not sure to be honest.
Oh, okay. Neither do I, because honestly, I say things and forget almost immediately what I just said.
Hey, that way you can't be blamed for what you just said.
I still can. I just can.
Yeah.
I can legitimately say I don't remember that and not be lying. So your wait for the
This,
man shall end. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say the backgrounds are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I actually met the illustrator or the artist behind a lot of the illustrations and stuff on this. Uh, really cool dude.
Yeah,
Uh,
wish I could draw like that.
yeah, you and me both.
The man.
Yeah, I was wondering
Johnny's
what
gonna
that was
roll
about.
out.
The patriarchy has struck again, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no. Or Johnny from Chrono Trigger.
How could I have forgotten that reference? Wow, Ari is kind of a jerk. It's funny. She's calling him a coward. I know it hasn't caught up on your side yet, but she's calling him a coward because uh, he wants to go and do the mission that he wanted to do, and that she promised he'd help or she'd help with once she was given the location of the beast.
That's an interesting word for that. I actually just saw it right now.
Oh,
That's some delay.
yeah. Well, what do you know? It is what you call it, YouTube delay. Okay, back up to full health because that's what that leaking Legrand legacy or Legrand uh, energy does for us. Oh, apparently there was a door up there. There we go. I gotta say, I really like the art on this. I mean, I've said it before, but why are you looking for a man in an ancient crypt?
At least not a living one. I don't know.
Hmm. I love how she's no nonsense about about saving the history lesson for later, and just wants to go out and do her job. What is this? But what? Oh, I just found a shop. It
In a
appeared
crypt.
in a crypt. I don't understand anything the guy is saying, but yeah.
Would you say it's sales from the crypt?
I get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty bad.
No, that's actually pretty good, I thought.
Bow bow. Okay. Crossbone shard. Interesting item names.
Well, I actually appreciate the fact that they went with, for me still, learning the game, outside of the beta. I do like how they didn't go with standard like potion or tonic or anything like that because it it adds its own history and lore to the
Yeah,
game.
I agree. It's kind of overdone, so it's nice if they develop their own world and lore.
Well, here, like for instance, inventory. Let's see. Some of these, like the big Ulia, I think that's what it's. It's an essential ingredient with a faint voice coming out telling you to do your job properly. I don't know what the reference is, but I'm sure there's a reference here.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I'm not saying there's like Dark Souls levels of information in these item descriptions, but it, they're they're at least worth reading through. That this monster I'm fighting looks disgusting.
We're still in the inventory on my end, so I
Oh,
guess I'll see soon enough. I saw those fiery birdmen before.
yeah, they kind of reminded me out of something out of Dark Crystal.
I could see
Only
that. Oh
only a
yeah,
little
this
less on fire.
it's like a pig with a hole in its stomach and some tentacles coming out of it or something.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. What do I want here? Let's bump up our strength to 13. And we're going to bump up agility. Well, actually, heat arc. So that'd be what?
But you get to choose.
You get to choose not only how you level, but also what skills you learn based upon what stats you increase.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I know, right? It adds a whole. I mean, you could go straight for, being whatever you'd like, or you could, you know, really tweak your character to the point where they are, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, though.
Knowing
It's,
I'll have a hard time. Knowing me, I'll have a hard time choosing. I'll be like, oh no, am I going to miss out on something by choosing this skill over this one? And
well, that's the good thing about this game is it actually tells you when you hover over a stat what skills you can get from increasing that stat. Now, that said,
that's true. Yeah, that's good.
of course, that doesn't mean you have infinite stats or infinite levels to, increase everything, but oh great, I got two of these weird pig monster things with tentacles. Actually, you know what? I just learned a new thing. We're going to try Heat Slash.
That must be this battle coming up. Yep.
Okay, I could really use a heal. I don't think silence is going to help me in any regard here.
Heat Slash was pretty good.
Yeah, but it took so long to fire off. I gotta say, I do like the combat system in the sense that they all just kind of rush each other, and depending upon what actions they took, that's when they actually take the action. It makes for a faster combat than what I'm used to in my RPGs.
Perfect. I saw a perfect shot there. I think that was the prior battle, though.
Well, I just got another one, so. Not to toot my own horn or anything. Come on, Finn.
Now, is this further than you've played before? Like, is this further than the beta took you?
No, not quite. But we're getting close. We're getting really close.
Yeah, because I feel like I do remember this this dungeon environment.
Yeah, if I recall, on stream, I got to a certain point here, died, and then kind of rage quit for a little bit, and then I came back and beat the boss. Running out of bloodstones over here. These pig guys need to, like, not hit so hard.
You're gonna have to hit up the crypt shop.
That's right, I forgot all about that. I might just go back there here in a minute.
Does anybody have any healing magic yet, or no?
No, I don't have any healers yet.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, but one other thing that I've noticed is if you increase your luck stat, it actually makes your target thing that you have to hit much easier to hit as your luck goes up. Let's see, we got Heat Arc, Weaken, Heat Dash. What does Heat Dash do, I wonder? We are so far away from it, though. I'm not even sure that we can get there. But heat arc, we're close to that. We're going to go for heat arc. Why not, right?
I like the name.
Oh?
I don't know, it just sounds cool.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Let's see. Luck 15. I really want this poison arrow just because I like poison arrows. So I need luck and vitality. We're going to go with luck. And now we're going to run back to the shop. Enemies do not seem to be respawning, so that's good. That's really good. I have no idea what this guy is saying to me. Oh, wait. How much money do I have? 1,000? Oh, geez. That's not much money at all.
Oh, I didn't catch how much the items were.
This is getting expensive.
I guess those aren't pay pigs then.
Yeah. I would have also accepted piggy banks. Okay, enemies respawned. And no! Okay, they got me from behind, so that means they're going to beat the crap out of me first. That's unfortunate. Oh, no. Apparently it didn't count. Awesome. And time to kill this bird with boobs.
Is it a harpy?
Essentially, yeah, but they have a different name for it. This kind
A
of looks like...
BWB.
Doesn't matter that I hit the wrong button for the archer. Doesn't matter at all. Okay. This one did not respawn. Okay, good, good, good. Nope. We're just gonna run a little bit. Oh, wrong way. Run around the pillar. Oh, what do we got over here? Oh, and actually, you know what? We're gonna go up here because I think I saw like a treasure chest or something up here.
Oh, you just killed the owl man over here. I got
Oh!
a little way.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm curious what the owl man's actual name is. The owl is called Kalkuka.
Whoa.
I'm going to just hold this on the screen for a second here, and I'm going to let you try to pronounce this name.
Alrighty. I think you just got into the battle. It is. Let's see. It's gonna show me. Kalkuka? Kalkahuka? I don't know. It's probably a silent H, so it's probably Kalkuka. That is an interesting. I'm going to Google that and see if they actually just made it up or if it's related to something.
I would be surprised if they made it up. They went pretty in depth with creating this world. But yeah, look it up. I'm curious.
No, it looks like an original. I don't see anything resembling that.
Well, the harpy-looking thing is called a clother. Clother. Clowther.
For Clother, I'm just getting a family name thing. So apparently it's a last name.
Someone's family crest just pops up out of nowhere. It's like, whoops. Okay, so I gotta heal again.
You can't sully the Clother name.
Oh, that hurts so bad. Quit! You're shooting fire at me, please. That hurts. It hurts a
So I've
lot.
noticed in the battles, some of the damage is blue and some of it is white. What is the difference there?
You know, that probably was explained during the tutorial that I kind of glanced over briefly.
I
Let
mean,
me see.
it could just be like it's minimal damage, and then white is moderate, and maybe like something like red is critical if red even exists.
I just saw red a minute ago, so.
Okay, yeah, I think red is like critical. That's what it seems like anyway. Oh, jeez.
What?
Mockton has joined us in the chat.
Oh, hello, Makitan. You know, he's invited to join the Skype call if you'd like.
I'm sure he'll respond to us. He
You
said
know, when the stream
greetings,
catches
hello,
up.
man.
MGTOW, Makitan.
Yeah, because uh, some guy in my comment section yesterday came in and his name was MGTOW, MGTOW Texan or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was an interesting guy. Interrupted.
Yeah, sometimes some
I
of
think you mean
these.
destroyed.
Oh, okay, okay. These guys hit really hard. I really need a healer.
Oh, I can possibly fix that. Like create new group. No, I don't think that's what I want to do.
There should be an add to call button.
There used to be, but I updated Skype and now it's weird. And I'm not sure exactly where it is anymore.
Way to go, Microsoft.
Yeah, they really, I don't know. It's not intuitive at all anymore. It looks like what they've done is they've optimized it for like, mobile, really.
Ah.
Creating your shiny newcomers. I didn't want to do that. I'll figure it out. Just gonna take a little bit of playing, I guess. Ah, add people. There we go. Okay, now I found it.
Actually, hold on.
That seems to have worked.
I was successful.
Welcome, Makitan.
Welcome. Good to see this game again, although I had to switch tabs for a second.
Hey, look, there's a hidden doorway. What do we got going on in here? Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no, 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 no.
Uh-oh. Over here, we're in menu land, so.
Well, I'm being told to shut up and just get ready for the worst, so.
That's what it's all about. It's what every RPG has us do.
I see what you're talking about.
It gets worse. This is Claw Moran. Weak against fire, or sorry, weak against water and impact.
Double impact? Yeah, it's bad enough that he has so many arms and swords, but when they catch fire as well.
Can you hear me since Skype is saying the microphone's really quiet?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, maybe it just hears the screaming in the background and thinks that's me.
Okay, I just used my powerful attacks. Now let's see how bad this guy hits. Okay, that's not too bad. I think this isn't so bad. We got this. I'd be a lot more comfortable if we had, say, a healer handy. Oh, he just healed himself. He's got self
That
heals.
that cleave attack was really good. Oh, so was that arrow attack.
Yeah, I don't have any more of those though. I gotta build up my AP for that.
Aqua arrow to the nuts.
Yeah, I know, right? Wait, what just happened? Uh
That's
oh, cutscene.
that's appropriate.
Well, I'm guessing you ended up beating him.
No,
Oh,
no.
oh, I see. Okay.
Somebody else beat him.
Is that good or bad?
Well, considering I have what looks like Dracula from Castlevania Symphony of the Night talking to me.
It's Lazarus from the Lazarus Chamber.
Oh, he's got dragon's blood in him. Wow, that's a lot of XP. That's a lot of level ups.
How does he get the dragon's blood?
I just noticed an upside down cross marked on his forehead there. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy is subletting a quest to us.
How much do we get paid for that?
I don't know. I assume it saves the world, which is, always a good thing because that's where we keep our stuff. The armaments of Lear, huh? Sorry, I keep forgetting you guys are a little behind us. Or me.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to make that easier. Because I
Yeah.
know if you try to watch from Steam, it still has a delay.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
In 2018,
Uh-oh, he's going to impart the true verses, and then we must make haste. So, anyone here seen Dark Dungeons?
I have not.
Scratch Point?
oh, sorry.
Have you seen the movie Dark Dungeons?
No, I don't think so.
Then the true verses and the true power comment I was about to make would totally be lost upon you guys. Sorry.
Huh?
Basically, it's this movie that basically says D&D is the devil.
Oh, is it this 2014 thing?
It could very well be. I don't remember what year it was, but I'm not sure if the movie is meant to mock the original source material that it came from, or if it's actual their beliefs. But it's freaking ridiculous.
I think this might be it. The synopsis is says the film opens with a group of sinister robed figures discussing how they're encouraging darkness to overtake the world through such factors as tarot cards, homosexuality, and role-playing games.
Yep, that'd be the one.
Oh boy, that's great. Oh no, not LARPing.
Oh goodness me, not LARPing.
Anything but that.
The Mugna feud. Where have I heard that before? Our amnesiac protagonist has no idea, but there is a clue to his past. The Furbolgs to invade Legrand. Okay.
That sounds like a familiar race of creatures.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on what it is, but it
I
sounds really familiar.
think it's in Dungeons and Dragons. Yep, it's a type of giant.
Okay.
I don't know what they would look like in this game though. It could be something entirely different.
Okay, so the armaments of Lear are hidden within the four cardinal trees. The balancing forces of Legrand. The Dati tree of the south is the one you should go to first. Okay.
Is that noise the game?
That's not me.
I don't know what noise we're talking about.
It kind of sounded um,
Like a
kind of
little bit
like
of a chewing noise almost.
that, and then like when you're on the phone and maybe the phone is starting to go crazy and the voice sounds either robotic or uh, very digitized.
Oh yeah, Skype was being a little strange before, so it could be that.
I really gotta say, I do really like these talking heads. The artist did a great job.
Oh yeah, the dialogue uh, avatars or profiles or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
like.
Man, if only there were a 16-bit game that people thought was in dire need of a remake where competent people could have actually remade the game in 3D and made it more interesting. But these guys are indie, so what would they be able to do, right, guys?
Yeah, right.
Oops.
Such a disappointment.
That's why I've been finding that the indie developers have been totally blowing away my expectations, whereas big name, big corp companies have just been really disheartening me lately. Like, don't even get me started on like Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh God, what a train wreck! Like, I couldn't even get through the game. I'm like, you know what? I'm selling this friggin' thing. I can't play this.
You're supposed to call it mass defect androgyny.
Androgen. It's like, I don't know. After that, maybe people will be begging to go back to Mass Effect 3 because boy, did people burn that game in effigy.
Oh, I just saw a great burn on Razor Fist. So Razor Fist, I guess somebody asked him any thoughts on maybe doing a video on internet blood sports, and Razor Fist said, "It's for cunts. The people who participate are cunts. The people who watch are cunts. The cunting end." And then the guy that runs the Kumite channel on YouTube said, "Good thing our target audience isn't the biker from the Village People."
Oh, I await the block there.
And then somebody said, "LOL, I'm still blocked by Razor Fist." Oh boy.
Man,
People.
what kind of idiot does this?
What are you
Trying
talking
to
about?
figure if it's real or not, but oh, so it says I've had to take a few days to digest a really terrible conversation. The following sentence does not sound like a conversation at all. It sounds like she should have hit this guy in the throat. But she says a misogynist CEO took me by the hair and slammed my face against the glass ceiling, reminding me it's still there. He didn't want to be the CEO anymore. Clearly, he didn't. I asked him, "What are you looking for?" He said, "I need a fundable white man from an Ivy League school who has had an exit in the past, definitely not a woman." So, okay, so why would you be going to a woman whose job is to hire qualified candidates for a position and then say, "Oh, but I wouldn't want to actually hire somebody like you. I would just want you to go find somebody else." So
Wow.
she says she was shocked because everybody has to go when it's social media. They have to tell it like it's a like it's this dramatic story instead of just saying, "Hey, this guy said something that was really stupid." Um, but she says, "Well, why not?" And he chuckles and he says, "Because women and minorities aren't fundable. It's a fact." And she asks, "Why aren't women fundable?" I guess minorities aren't important. Um, he paused, shocked that I questioned him, because apparently, uh, you know, nobody else has thought about critical thinking ever. So he said it's too risky to invest in a woman because people don't want to work with a woman. When you are looking for a CEO, you have to ask yourself, can a general population work with this person? Can they build a team? Can they run a sales operation? Can they raise additional money? Sorry, I'm not a fit to help you, is what she said in response. Wait, what do you do? So why would you have a conversation with somebody that presumably you said, okay, let's have a meeting. I want to meet and talk with you, and then ask what they do at the end of the conversation.
I'm honestly not sure that I even believe that that's like a word for word.
I don't either, but what I will say is, incidentally, I think it was a week or two ago, some woman, as it actually would be, wanted to, I guess, connect with me on a different social network, and she sent some personal message where it was like trying to find areas where we could mutually refer business to each other or something. And so I look at her profile, I go to her website, and I say, and since I was kind of looking in that area um, of people that she like, what her target customers are. I responded and I accepted and I said, yeah, I'm looking for this and this and this, and since it looks like we're kind of going after the same place, I think that there's opportunities to kind of refer back and forth. So I'm interested or looking forward in seeing where this goes first. And she says the same exact thing this guy says. What exactly is it that you do? Wait, you made the connection with me. You're the one that said, "Hey, I want to refer business, mutually, reciprocally refer business back and forth to each other." And after I go through the process of going to your profile, looking at what you do, going to your website, researching exactly what it is that you do, and then going and responding to you based on that research, you come back to me with what exactly is it that you do?
That is kind of strange. I would have thought the whole point of connecting was that there was some sort of, something that sparked an interest, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know how much of I was going to talk about something different. I just happened to have seen that message, and I'll give the benefit of the doubt that the guys and that there's probably an idiot out there that's like that, and this is a real thing. It probably happened not like in a not like a face-to-face conversation. It was probably over like message, like direct messaging or something like that, where this probably happened. And so to that extent, I'll say that's probably why it happened. That's probably why it sounds or happened the way that it happened. But um, I did happen to read an article a little bit today where it was like some guys like why I quit social media, and it gets really the language is really flowery and gets pretentious at times, but um, it at least did really hit the nail on the head, where I think this kind of conversation goes. Where though the guy probably did, I'm assuming he did do it, and this is a true story. It's still like everybody wants to give this really idealized version of themselves, and my whole position on that is like you have to. If you guys are so inclined to believe that there's a problem in terms of getting women CEOs or women in this position, then you have to assume that people actually think this way. You can't you can't say that there's a diversity problem and there's a misogyny problem and then go and be incredulous when somebody says something like that. Like it may be jarring and disconcerting, but the fact of the matter is that if that's what you claim to believe exists, you can't be surprised when you see it happens. It to me, if you do that, what you're telling me is that you believe what other people tell you without verifying it, and now you've actually had the opportunity to see that what they're saying is true. Which okay, trust but verify. Sure, I'm with that. But where I see the problem is that you didn't decide to like you didn't say, okay, I'll trust but verify and I won't have an opinion until it happens to me. You've decided already prematurely to have an opinion. And now when you got something that you apparently believed, you're surprised. And I suppose that's why that animal was making noise. It's just as incredulous as I am.
You're making puppies cry.
Okay, that'll give me heat arc. And then we're going to boost up our luck a little bit because I would like weaken.
You need more critical hits. That's why you need some luck.
Yep. Get Yuffie on the team. But I do find that funny. Like he said that the guy said that women and minorities aren't fundable, and I thought everybody was trying to be an ally here. Nope, just focus on the problem that directly impacts me, and not the problem that not take one for the whole team and try to see what makes them unfundable. Now, with all that said, I personally am not interested in venture capital. I've Riskman, since you kind of do some Bitcoin mining, you can kind of appreciate this whole thing. But my whole kind of experience in that realm and what it's like when you're around the people that actually that create the stuff, the businesses, or create the services or products versus those that give them the money to do it, you start to see that there's a very different type of mentality between the two, and it gets to the point where it comes off as like investors just one, they're not very creative, and two, like they say something and it's like okay, but then you say something else that contradicts yourself. So I had an idea a couple of weeks ago. Wasn't too attached with it. Kind of threw some feelers out there to see what people were thinking about it. And one person happened to go and tell an investor for on my behalf, and just see kind of what he says. And his whole, I guess he in the discussion kind of discovered that he likes to look for things that business concepts that can work in and outside of the crypto environment. And so at that point, then I say, well, if that's the case, then that doesn't sound like understanding what all the different, like why people created all the blockchain and Bitcoin, all that stuff. It doesn't sound like that's somebody that understands what all of that is for. Because you can't, if you can say, well, it can be taken outside of, it has to be sustainable outside of that. Well, then you're really missing the point of, like, that sounds like somebody who's investing in a name. Like, oh, I hear this word, this buzzword, so that I'm gonna throw a bunch of money at it. That doesn't sound like somebody like, okay, sure, the guy has more money than me, so
Well,
maybe he knows something.
it's funny you bring that up because actually, that's where I'm supposed to go, Shapur, but I'm going to look around a little bit. Um, so, it's funny that you mentioned that. Okay, so it's not going to let me go that way. Okay. Somebody was saying you should buy like those $16 little Bitcoin things off Amazon and then
Hmm.
put on Craigslist, Bitcoin, $200 must get rid of immediately because people don't actually know what Bitcoin is,
Hmm.
and just sell it on, eBay or Craigslist or something. And then, technically you are ripping them off, but you are not technically ripping them off. It's one of those weird catch 22s.
Does that actually work?
Uh, you know, he believes it would.
Oh my lord, that's terrible.
I mean, I've mentioned this story all the time, but if somebody can get $5 million to start a business that sells grilled cheese sandwiches, and the whole excuse for why they gave this guy $5 million was, well, I knew him when he used to sell cameras, and he was good at selling cameras. Then I somehow believe that you can get away with selling that people are if people do that. I should add that's like a $5 to $8 grilled cheese sandwich.
Ah.
I didn't know there was a product that cheap though. I thought that the cheapest one was like this wall thing that was like $50.
Well,
Unless I'm
th-
missing something.
there is actually like a quote unquote Bitcoin like physical item that's just it's not something that is worth any value, anything like that. It's literally just something that looks like what you expect a Bitcoin to look like, and
Oh,
yeah,
like a physical coin.
like a physical coin. Yes.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They're actually $6 a piece.
Oh, $6 a piece. Yeah, imagine buying one of those or a bunch of those and then selling them on Craigslist for like $100 each, saying, I got to unload this Bitcoin really fast because whatever.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Because people will do that because they don't know what a Bitcoin is. Your
They don't.
layman doesn't know what a Bitcoin is. They just know that apparently it's supposed to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, pretty much. I Yeah, because I talk to people and I ask them, well, do you know what blockchain is? And they'll say no. So, but then people that are in that industry that I just ask those people about, they'll say, oh, well, blockchain is going to take over everything in our industry in the next 12 months or something like that. I'm like, okay, well, the technology is useful and interesting, but the more I look into it, the more it's like, okay, one, what I've started to see now lately is that there are businesses, like there are cryptocurrency businesses that make their own blockchain. Like there's one I looked at last week called R Chain, and it's all about archiving your archiving like activity. So if you go and you put something on social media and then you try to hastily delete it when you've been caught doing something, like when you've been caught contradicting yourself, the whole premise behind this is that you can't delete it. If it's in their blockchain, then it stays there, and it's also good for like archiving things. So if you needed to see, well, how did this document change from 2 months ago to today. It has that kind of use case, but it's basically somebody was like, oh, well, what's the standard behind writing a blockchain? And then they implemented that, and now, bam, they have their own blockchain. So you're not no people aren't even using the same uh, technology. They're using the conceptual piece, but they're not. They're building their own. So to me, I'm kind of curious to see where all that will go. But I mean, I'll be honest. I'm glad that I learned a lot more about it. But at the same time, I'm thinking, yeah, I kind of wish I was just away from all of this for good. I wish there was just some other alternative you can take in terms of like careers and stuff like that, where you weren't. I don't know. Technology is really a flavor of the month type of environment, and it's really like being in high school again. It's like 1 month this thing is cool and it's all the rage, and everybody needs to learn it, and everybody needs 7 years of experience and stuff in it, even though it was just created a year ago. And then next month something else is popular for whatever reason, and it's supposed to solve one problem, and it usually solves that one problem, but then it brings back 50 other problems that were solved in the other thing. And then you have all these people writing these blog posts about how blah 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 is dead and you need to use this, and it's going to change the world. And it gets really tiresome because you have a handful of people that will criticize it, but nobody's really doing anything other than just saying, "Hey, this is stupid."
Yeah. So I'm at the Monument of Ancients, and I would like to direct your attention to 4 lines down, first one.
Uh-oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Yes, my avatar, well, not my avatar, but my handle is in this game in a couple different places. Actually, this is just one of the 2 places.
You have been immortalized.
Indeed. Oh, look, it's Uwell.
It's saddening though. The whole reason I even got into technology in the first place was for this kind of thing. I wanted to make things like this, and instead, what I'm doing is nowhere near this.
That's better than my reason for getting into technology.
What was your reason?
Quake 1.
Well, isn't making games and Quake 1 pretty similar reasons?
No, not
Aren't
making
these-
games, just Quake 1.
I know, but I'm saying like Quake 1 is a game, so you may not have wanted to make it, but it's a game, so it count as
I-
the same thing?
I guess. But I didn't want to make a new Quake or anything like that. It's just like, wow, we can do this? We can reach out and kill each other online? Or just play a really great single-player campaign? I'm in. I want to know more about this technology that is coming out. Now, I mentioned this last stream, but I've actually met the real-life Uwil. I'm butchering that name. Cause,
The developers?
yeah, well, the artist and like the head producer, developer guy. Yeah. It was a fun experience, once in a lifetime. Probably never gonna happen again. I also got to work as a booth boy, dressed as Kefka. That was pretty cool. Got to meet a Terra actually while I was there.
If you know what I mean.
No, not like that.
That wouldn't be appropriate, would it?
No, it would not. Oh, apparently, Apparently, this guy who is the avatar in this world for the main producer thinks that the the prophecy is just an outdated manuscript written by the heroes of Lear. That's not good.
Yeah, that's gonna come back and blow up in his face.
Or mine, one or the other.
Or both.
Probably.
Let's not exclude people. Let's give everybody an opportunity.
An opportunity to have something explode right in their face.
Because who doesn't want that?
Oh, I forgot to ask him about the nut that he gave me.
Is it like a quest item or is it?
It's like a quest item, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where did it go? It's in here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Useless nut.
Oh, that's an interesting way to describe the spoony one.
Here's 1 second. Puppy is requiring attention.
All right. I guess we're on entertainment duty.
I guess so.
Uh-oh.
I think I used all my jokes on the useless nut one.
Useless nut.
I don't know. Is there anybody that can be sued for $400 million for and have a restraining order filed against them for making jokes about um, the plaintiff's apostrophe and their counsel?
Probably not in the audience. So at least there's that.
I just can't wait until I find a YouTube link with it time stamped inside an official document for the uh, court of Manhattan or New York County, as it were.
Seems like they're really grasping at straws for evidence.
They are, but I guess what is weird to me is how it's the fact that they legitimately believe that they can find something from all, like they can use this. They think they can use this stuff and think that, oh well, no judge or legal professional or anybody will read this in detail to realize, oh, this is clearly a joke or sarcasm or something like that.
It feels like one of those things where he's just in too deep to back out.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it.
So now it's like gotta push as hard as you can to win, even though it's probably just gonna fall apart real quick.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back after standing here and making you all look at the useless nut for a while.
That's pretty much my life now.
Well, and I've watched countless episodes, or I've watched one of the game Overthinker, and I've watched feminist frequency, so I'm pretty used to looking at useless nuts.
Shots fired, as they say.
Well, that's all. That's all I ever do.
Well, I would say something about my channel getting demonetized for that comment, but let's be honest. Tomorrow it won't matter anyway. Ha ha! Hee.
What happens tomorrow?
All channels that do not have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time will be totally demonetized.
That's right. Tomorrow's the big day.
Very well then.
I nearly forgot about that joyous event.
Here, I'm going to grab a Mountain Dew really quick. I'll be right back.
This stream is not sponsored by Mountain Dew.
A typical gamer drink.
I'll grab the Doritos.
Well, of course, speaking of Mr. Lawsuit, he claims that is only for pedophiles. And, he even got an angry email where a pedophile was mad at him for saying that, not because he said that Doritos are for pedophiles, but because he was a pedophile who liked Doritos.
Jeez. Priorities, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, that sad moment when you realize all you have is Diet Mountain Dew.
How did that even happen?
I had a diabetic friend come into town, and, well, yeah. He can't have regular Mountain Dew, but he does love Mountain Dew.
Typical gamer sugar water.
But this is just aspartame in water, so you're good.
So learning about my weapon's properties is vital, apparently. My sword is rusty. That's funny.
And now the Secret of Mana reference comes full circle.
Wait, what?
So that's the first sword that you get, is the rusty sword.
Oh, yeah. Scratch Point, I haven't seen your video yet, but would you like to regale anyone who's watching just what you think about the remake?
Should I give it a quick summary?
Yeah, a quick summary would be fine.
Well, overall, it's just... Okay, so my thing was, it's a remake of a game that is, very highly regarded for the time it came out. It was a big deal, graphically, music-wise, and gameplay-wise. Not to say that it didn't have its bugs, because it did, but, so going by that, it's kind of hard to judge the game on its individual merit because it's attached to the name of the original. But if you completely removed it from Secret of Mana and say it was just called, Boy with a Sword, it would be an average game at best. Nothing to write home about, but definitely not worth $40. But it's glitchy, and I think that they kind of messed up the music by remixing it. A couple of songs sounded all right, but it's just one of those situations where if you have the original, there's not really much of a point in dealing with this one, and that's unfortunate.
And they want $40 for that?
Yeah, 39.99.
I'm sorry. As much as I like Secret of Mana, I'm not going to pay $40, even if it was pristine. $40 for some software that's 20, 25 years old. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got it on the Super NES Classic, or I'm sure you could get a cartridge probably on eBay for maybe like 20 something.
yeah.
Maybe. I mean, for me, like the graphics, it's not I like, obviously I like good graphics that I can enjoy, but that's not really what makes it like a make or break deal for me. I could accept that it doesn't look, hyper updated or whatever, or that they strayed away from sprites. It's really more about the fact that the gameplay and the music doesn't really live up to the original version.
Hmm. Well, I could do alchemy. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to do alchemy right now, but I can do alchemy. That's oh, this is a storage place. Okay, so apparently I only carry so much stuff. I think. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention we are now past the point from the beta that I played
Oh,
past. So
oh yeah, because that boss fight, right? That would have been past it. Oh, I'll be back in a moment.
I don't remember getting or seeing you get this far in the beta, but maybe you only streamed a part of it.
well, I streamed up until the right before the boss, and then I died, and I stopped the stream there because I kind of rage quit because I was
Mm-hmm.
really sad.
That's understandable, but it does look like a good game though. So it really looks like they really put a lot of effort into it.
Well, considering it's only $30, about.
Mm.
Why is this guy blocking the stairs?
He he's hiding a materia or something. I can't remember what he got from that.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good luck,
Rob,
Mega Man.
I feel like I may be behind though, from where you're actually at. So aren't those? I don't know if you're still here in this conversation, but those creatures that are around, weren't you fighting them on the battlefield before?
Yeah, that's the point actually that Ari is trying to make with this guy that thought they were pets.
Oh, I'll feed you to those pets of yours. That's the line I just saw.
Yep. I love how she keeps referring to the protagonist Finn as a peasant.
She's poor shaming.
Is it poor shaming or class shaming? I'm not entirely sure.
It's probably class.
Oh, so I can't hit these things. I gotta find their nest in an underground cave somewhere in the desert and find their mother. Awesome. This guy really just... Excuse me. My apologies.
I'm offended.
Time to start a hashtag movement.
Well, we can only blame men for it.
Okay, so I guess I gotta equip that item. A Bloodstone S. Okay, something just got knocked over in my house, so I gotta go look at that. Hold on a second.
Oh no. Alrighty.
The trouble with animals.
Yeah, they're speaking of that, the stray cat that was that was always coming by to eat. Well, that was kind of sleeping outside and eating here. Disappeared today, so I think he might have. He wasn't well, so I think he might have went off to, you know, find that kitty litter box in the sky.
He wanted to go somewhere in peace in his final moments.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or somebody, scooped him up. I don't know. But he wasn't in the state of leaving anymore. He was just kind of hanging around and eating. But I mean, we couldn't really take him in because you'd have to take him to the hospital. They'd probably charge you, per night. And we tried to call shelters and stuff, but none of them would. Unfortunately, none of them would do anything because apparently they don't really care that much.
Yeah, I learned that years ago when there was a dog that was just following my brother around, and it looked like he might have been abused. Shelters wanted to do anything about it, and they just made excuses rather than. I don't know where he went because eventually he did just go run off somewhere. But I don't know what happened. He was pretty attached to us because he would just lay in front of our door. My parents' dog was with me at the time, so that was another reason. But he never barked at the dog or anything like that, so it wasn't like he was causing a lot of noise. It was just, I guess, over just attachment for some reason.
Yeah, the weird thing is I did go out and look a little bit around, but I didn't see any tracks, so he would have had to like strategically walk just along the sidewalk, which I find a little bit hard to believe considering the only places to go to hide would be, through people's property. So I don't really know what happened.
So, yeah, cat knocked over stuff. I'm gonna rename Shapur the city of real life distractions during stream.
I suppose that's fitting.
Or at least give it the tagline of that text that I provided. Okay, so there are a couple things I need. Oh God, there's the mother thing. Let's go. Okay, apparently it escaped. So we're gonna go down here. It escaped. Quit running away. Just fight me.
Hey, they said it escaped, but it just really blacks out and it disappears. How's he doing that?
Dark magic. The darkest of magics. Okay, so I placed like something that looked like bait at one of the spawn points. Maybe that'll keep it from escaping. Oh, yep, there it goes. Its back is turned. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna strengthen here. And you
there we go.
are gonna aqua arrow. Owie!
As long as it wasn't Yowie.
Actually, there's this really funny comic that I have called Yowie House, or AOI House is what it's called, but it's short for basically the Y fell off their club house, and two guys joined it unwittingly, not knowing exactly what it was.
Oops.
I feel like that is the I have no talent way to do fan fiction. Or whenever somebody wants to do fan fiction and they have nothing of quality they can write about, it's just, oh, well, let's just make it yaoi fan fiction.
Well, it actually didn't end up being like that. It was more these guys were stuck in a position where they joined this house, this fraternity that was dedicated to that, but there's none of that actually in it.
Oh yeah, it was reminding me because on another stream I think I looked up I think Doug fan fiction, and I found it didn't take long for me to find one where it was where Roger was the top and Doug was the bottom.
I don't know what that means.
Doug was on the receiving end of the sexual act.
Oh no, I get that part. I don't know who those people are.
Oh, the old Nickelodeon show, Doug?
Oh, I hated that show. No wonder I didn't know what what was going on.
Yeah, that's basically it.
That's rather disconcerting, actually.
Slightly.
Very. Well, there's also the Goofus and Gallant one.
Oh, please tell me that doesn't exist. Please tell me that doesn't exist.
It exists. There's also Nostalgia Critic and Irate, or not? No, sorry, Nostalgia Critic and AVGN.
See, that's
and
the thing
Irate
that
Game.
I don't understand. Why are people writing fan fiction about real life, like about real people? That's weird.
I cannot answer that question.
Yeah, understandable.
I don't think we're able to answer that question.
I'm actually quite happy for the fact that I can't answer that question, now that I think about it.
If only we could all be so happy.
So, if I'm going to fix my sword, or rather make my sword not suck so hard, I got to find this golden thing. Oh, did I just find it? Oh, yeah, this is it. Weak against fire and piercing. Okay.
Oh, I see. That is a rather large thing.
It's a very large thing, yes.
A royal regams? I don't even know what that said. Regams?
I can't pronounce that word either, so I don't feel bad. Oh, that arrow was boss. Oh God.
It looks like a squid thing with a shell, but also finger tentacles. That was a lot of damage from that arrow attack.
Last time I checked, this wasn't a Japanese game.
No, it's actually the developers are from Indonesia.
Well, I suppose that's different then. Otherwise, I was going to say it's all the same, but that'd be very offensive. Please do not say that.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Is that vitality minus 20%?
I hope so. Okay, we probably not winning this battle, guys.
Uh-oh. Well,
maybe I can inflict silence on this thing so it can't use those nasty frickin' spells against me.
maybe. Are you all out of healing?
Yeah, I didn't equip any more healing items because didn't think I'd need them.
Oh man. Oh, did he interrupt that attack? Is that what happened there?
I think so.
I am going to step away for just a second since I am making dinner right now. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not winning this fight.
Oh man. So close too.
And game over, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof.
But that's okay. I saved right before coming here. So
Oh, well, that's not so bad.
what we're going to
Could
do...
be worse.
Yeah, and with the place I saved, I was at full health. I just need to equip some more healing items is all it is. So, let's do that really quick and try that one more time. Because literally, if I...
Go ahead. I was just going to ask a random question in a moment.
Oh, I was going to say, because if I had one healing item in there, I think I could have had that.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, what was your question?
Oh, you've built PCs before, right?
Yes, I have.
Is
Currently
it
playing on a
have,
PC I built.
Okay, yeah, I have extra room in my case. And I was just wondering how difficult it is to install like a Blu-ray drive.
Oh, it's not hard at all. It's literally
It's like pretty self-explanatory.
pretty self-explanatory, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you put it into the thing that, what's the word I'm looking for? You put it in the slot that's open, and then you plug a couple cables into it, and you're good to go.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's easy enough. Only, I guess I would just have to figure out which one I would want. I don't know what a good one is, to be honest.
You know, I don't think it really matters. Any Blu-ray player should be just fine for just general Blu-ray stuff. I mean, you're not doing anything special like burning Blu-rays or anything, right?
No. I mean, it's cool if it doubles as a writer, but it's not necessary. Seems like most of these do. That from what I'm looking at. I don't need to do that though. I was just talking about for playing them back.
Okay, then yeah, any player will work for that purpose.
Because
I
whenever
don't
I get
Blu-ray
like
player. I did.
whenever I get something on disc now, it's usually like the DVD Blu-ray combo pack or whatever, and I don't. I have a PS4, which is fine, but I don't have it in this room, so it would be nice to be able to view it on PC sometimes. And I have a lot of space in my case, so that would be a nice thing to do eventually.
Oh, that reminds me. I guess I just lied. I do have a Blu-ray player.
Oh,
I have it on my PC, and it doesn't seem to. You can't. You have to. They make it very difficult to just be able to play something on it.
well then.
Not so tough now that I got healing items, are you piece of crap? I'm gonna finish you
Yeah,
off
that
this
one-
turn.
That went a lot differently.
Okay, it's still alive. Oh god, it's still alive. I thought it would definitely be dead this turn.
Oh man. Oh, they couldn't give you the perfect. Come on now.
So
Well, men have had it perfect for millennia, and
Hey, here we go. You got him right.
yeah, although I'm not sure how because it took me out too. Like
Yeah, what's gonna happen there? Do you still win?
it looks like I won.
It does look like that. Maybe since you got a level up, they'll give you your HP back or something when you get out of battle.
I certainly hope so because I've got no. I have 2 hit points each. Running,
Oh,
running,
no.
running, 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 running. Into the place that restores my health, and boom. And you know what, guys? I think this might be a good stopping point for a while. We've made some significant progress, I think.
The way forward, progress.
Indeed. So, I don't know. If you guys want me to continue, I can, but I think I'm going to take a break for a while, if that's all right with you guys.
Sure.
fine
Alright.
by me.
Well, thank you for joining me, Malkyton and Scratch Point. Any final words from either of you?
Remember to look both ways before crossing the street.
If you want to see somebody talk about Secret of Mana, go watch my video.
Oh, yes, yes. Go watch both their channels, please. They have awesome content. Much better than anything I can provide, of course. But
Now.
anyway, yes, go, everybody. Have a good day. And I have to hit the stop streaming button, and